Have you ever found yourself lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and playing out entire conversations in your head that will never happen? Or maybe you've spent a whole bus ride imagining a dramatic argument with your boss, or picturing yourself winning an award and giving a perfect acceptance speech. If you've done this, you're definitely not alone. It might seem a bit weird, but this habit of creating fake scenarios is a super common and fascinating part of being human. It's called maladaptive daydreaming when it gets extreme, but for most of us, it's just a normal brain quirk. So, why do we do it? What's going on in our minds when we drift off into these made-up worlds? Let's dive into the psychology behind it. First off, one of the biggest reasons we invent these scenarios is for preparation. Think of it like a mental rehearsal. Our brains are incredible prediction machines. They constantly try to prepare us for future possibilities. So, if you have a big presentation coming up, you might imagine yourself on stage, going through your slides, and even answering tough questions from the audience. This isn't just idle fantasy, it's a cognitive strategy. Neuroscientists have found that when you vividly imagine doing something, the same neural pathways in your brain are activated as when you're actually doing it. It's like a free practice session for your brain. This mental simulation helps you feel more confident and prepared. It allows you to explore different outcomes without any real-world consequences. What if someone asks this? How would I respond? By running through these fake scenarios, you're essentially creating a mental playbook. So if that situation ever rises, you're not caught completely off guard. Another major reason is emotional regulation. Life is full of stress, anxiety, and situations where we feel powerless. Creating imaginary scenarios can be a powerful coping mechanism. Let's say you had a frustrating day at work where you felt unheard. Later that evening, you might find yourself replaying the situation, but this time, you're delivering a witty, articulate comeback that leaves everyone speechless. This isn't about changing the past, it's about processing the emotions tied to it. In your imaginary world, you get to have the final say. You regain a sense of control and can release some of that pent-up frustration. It's a way to soothe yourself. Similarly, if you're feeling lonely, you might imagine being surrounded by friends or having a deep, meaningful conversation with a loved one. These scenarios provide a temporary escape and can offer a sense of comfort and connection when real-life circumstances are falling short. It's your mind's way of giving you a little emotional first aid. Imagining fake scenarios is also deeply linked to our desire for problem-solving and creativity. When we're faced with a complex problem, letting our minds wander can be surprisingly effective. Instead of focusing intently on the issue, you might start imagining different, even outlandish, solutions. This is the foundation of creative thinking. Your brain starts connecting seemingly unrelated ideas. This mental playground allows you to experiment without fear of failure. Many great artists, writers, and scientists have talked about the importance of daydreaming in their creative process. Albert Einstein himself famously used thought experiments, like imagining riding on a beam of light, to develop his theory of relativity. These weren't just random daydreams, they were structured, purposeful imaginary scenarios designed to explore the limits of physics. For us non-geniuses, it might be about figuring out how to redecorate a room or what to cook for dinner. But the underlying process is the same. Our brains use imagination to build, test, and refine ideas. But what happens when this habit goes from a helpful tool to something more consuming? This is where the concept of maladaptive daydreaming comes in. For some people, these imaginary worlds become so detailed and compelling that they start to interfere with real life. Maladaptive daydreamers can spend hours each day lost in their elaborate fantasies, often to the point where it affects their jobs, relationships, and daily responsibilities. These daydreams are often triggered by music or repetitive movements and can feel almost addictive. The scenarios are incredibly vivid and emotionally engaging, offering a powerful escape from reality. While the exact cause is still being studied, it's often linked to trauma, anxiety, or loneliness. It starts as a coping mechanism, but can become a cycle that's hard to break. The fantasy world feels safe and perfect, making the real world seem even more difficult by comparison. If you feel like your daydreaming is taking over your life, it's really important to talk to a mental health professional. They can help you understand the root cause and develop healthier coping strategies. There's no shame in seeking help. Another aspect is wish fulfillment. Our daydreams are often a reflection of our deepest desires, hopes, and ambitions. If you dream of being a successful musician, you might spend time imagining yourself playing to a sold-out stadium. If you long for romance, you might create a perfect partner in your mind and play out an entire relationship. These scenarios provide a taste of what we want most in life. They can be incredibly motivating. By visualizing our goals, we make them feel more real and attainable. This can fuel our drive to work towards them. The feeling of success in a daydream can release dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, which makes us want to pursue that feeling in reality. However, it can also be a double-edged sword. If we spend all our time living in the fantasy without taking any action in the real world, it can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction and stagnation. It's all about balance. Using these daydreams as a source of inspiration is great, but letting them replace real-life effort is where the problem lies. Finally, imagining fake scenarios is a way for us to explore our identity. We can try on different personas and see how they feel. What would it be like to be more assertive, more adventurous, more compassionate? In the safety of our minds, we can experiment with different versions of ourselves. This can be a crucial part of personal growth. For example, someone who is shy might imagine themselves being the life of the party. This mental role-playing can actually help build the confidence to be more outgoing in real social situations. It is a way of practicing new behaviors and attitudes before you have to deploy them. In the high-stakes environment of the real world, you get to understand yourself better, what you value, what you fear, and who you want to become. These internal narratives shape our self-concept and can guide our development over time. So, the next time you catch yourself crafting an elaborate, imaginary scene in your head, don't just dismiss it as weird. Recognize it for what it is, a powerful and complex function of your incredible brain. Whether you're rehearsing for the future, soothing your emotions, solving a problem, or just exploring who you are, this mental world building is a fundamental part of the human experience. It's a testament to our creativity and our endless capacity for hope and adaptation. As long as it doesn't take over your life, embrace your inner storyteller. It's one of the things that makes your mind so amazing. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this interesting, give this video a like and subscribe for more insights into the human mind. Let me know in the comments about the fake scenarios you find yourself creating. See you in the next one.